Very weird. Very weird. My eyes project like my cat. Everything is very weird. I have it on my phone also. I have it on my phone also. Very weird. I'm actually not even ready to do the video. Just give me a minute. I'm a little hungry. Actually, just give me. Did I bring it in? Oh, I didn't. Oh yeah, I brought it in. Thank you. Give me 5 more minutes. Give me a couple of minutes here. Give me a minute. I gotta juggle one of these things. Wow, this knife is dull. One second. One sec. Give me 2 more minutes. Oh, you're like all the other cats. You know what? I should just give me another like 5 minutes. I need another couple of minutes. I'm making toast. So if you want to look at the wall, go do something else. I'll scream or something. I'm just gonna do something like that for now. Is that okay? And I'll probably once in a while walk in front of the camera. Yeah, just a couple of more minutes. I hope you still remain here. I'm not really sure what the show is going to be about tonight. I mean, there's 4 people already. I've never had such a big lineup with 4. You know, 4 in French is cat. What do the cats do? What do cats do? Cat, cat, cat. You know what happens when you take a 4th, the cat or number 4, and you put them next to each other? It'll create an image, a shape. Number 4. In fact, in a diamond, you will actually see 4 4s inside of a diamond. I'll show you that a little bit later. I'm just having a little bit of toast. A little toast, if I can find my butter. I took out the butter before. Where's the butter? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff on the floor. This floor needs to be cleaned. Here, we can look at this. You know, I never did this before, but there would be like 500 different pictures of this here. Hold on a second. Let's turn this down here. So imagine these were turning, and you're taking pictures of them, right, from a distance. You would be able to see hundreds of different designs as they're all turning to a new picture. I like this one over here. Oh no, it's gonna, oh, there's a light. Look at the light. Dun, 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 dun. Put on the bright light. He's checking out what's happening down here. Just give me a minute. I'll never get my food done if I don't start now. Couple more minutes. Wow, no butter, eh? Oh yeah, there it is. Another 5 minutes. I'm coming. Singular. I'm already mixed up. I'm mixed up before I begin. Now, I hope you didn't wait for nothing. I'm a little lost right now. I don't have the book that I wrote everything in. So I'm just going to start off with one of the words or one of the things that came into my life when this all began was the Aztec freelies of 1539. I don't know why that date. I know that what it represents. When when you have 1, 3, 5 together, it's telling you a story. There's creation with one. There's creation. We have taken two sides. I wish I could show you the two sides. The two sides that come together. Two sides to create one and recreate. So anyways, let's just go to something really basic. Pink. It's also known as rose. It's one of the rare colors where white and another color do not say like a light, like you sometimes would say a light orange, right? Or light blue when white is involved. But when white gets involved with red, okay, it creates a pink. The total value of pink is 50. Total value of rose is 33, and 24 equals 57. This is telling me about my moon, and this is telling me about who's passing. The heavens pass of 6 because it's a 0. The heavens pass of 7 includes the 1. So this would be 56. What house did it come from? 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 creates my 5. 57 reflects the moon. And what does the moon reflect? 3 and 5 electric company, which is created by 25 and 10, 35, which is my gray. Now, I'm not sure if it's my elephant. It's just that's one of the ways to spell gray. The other one over here, the way some others spell it. So one brings me into freedom. The other one brings me into Mars. EY versus AY, right? The E is two sides. The A is just in the center, just because that tells me that dot. Imagine that dot is the core of it all, and you have to pass something through it, no matter how big. It owns that area. That area is for that reason. So here's my moon in my pink. The other one is gray, where you have white and black that comes together. You can get gray from other ones, but the basic that we talk about. So black is numeric value 29. Blue is numeric value 40. Orange is 60. White is 65. And red is 27. They're all going to create their own situation. When you have number 27 involved, okay, you also have number 35 involved. They're one or the other on the other side. I need 3 in creation. This is 2 parts. I'm missing the center core part that goes along with 2. And that's what you get in 3. You get it once. 1 times 2 plus 1 equals 3. And in 5, you get 2 times 2 plus 1 equals 5. The situations. If I went to Rubik's Cube, where is 1, 2, 1? The 1, 2, 1 Rubik's Cube, but I hope I have it in this book. Yeah, here's the 1, 2, 1 Rubik's Cube. This would be the center of Rubik's Cube, where you have 2 colors and 1 color in the center, which is held dead center by the rotational valve that's in over here, known as number 6. Not only known as number 6, right, but it is known as 6 controlling 6. And then again, 6 controlling 6. When you turn Rubik's Cube, you're going to turn it this way. Okay? Pretend you're turning Rubik's Cube this way. The center one. Well, you can be this way, but I'm just talking the flat like that. Not this way. So you can turn it this way and this way. So the 6 in the center are controlling the one above and the one below if you're turning this way. So it controls the one above and the one below and the one on each side. So it has the 4 singular pieces of color on Rubik's Cube. I wish I had Rubik's Cube, but my closest one to Rubik's Cubes is right here. And this, okay, see the one over here? This is my core that controls this one, this one, this one, and this one. And while I spin these 4, okay, each time I spin it, there will be a change on the side of 2. The front and the back. You're spinning it this way, you can spin it this way. I'm only talking about spinning the center. The sides of Rubik's Cube are 3, 3, 3, 3 colors to the corners. You only can see 2 here, but there's 3 colors to the corners. And if you actually, how many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. You have a total of a 15 face that you can see in the all actuality of having 20. Something to do with Mars. This is 35 also. OT2. Just looking at the situation. So this becomes HL. Okay, anyways, let's get back to where we were. For those who, I'm just going to, I always, when I go through a page, I hope I don't lose myself. We want to talk about number 14 and 23. In number 23, I create the X. In number 14, I create only the Y. The Y comes from over here, comes from birth, in through the sun into the half-life and divided into the resident angel of creation, 1221. Here's my 11. This design is done on purpose. It comes from the roulette wheel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 12. I only connected the red numbers. The black is over here, and 111 is the exact count. 35, 37, and 39 equals 111. 111. The reflective on the dice is 666 to 111. Why do we talk so much about 369? What does 369 do? I had an answer to that today, or I had a relative answer to that today. And anyways, why I talked about this is because 14 and 23. I can say 32, I can say 41, but I'm not. I'm just taking it this way. And this is a 4 with a 10, right? This is a 4 with a 10. In French, when you get, what happens, I have to jump off this because when you get in French to these 3 numbers over here, they're saying 10 first. Otherwise, they're saying 14. I'm just picking any number at random, which means 14. 15. What I do is I take language, the English and the French language. If I have to jump into Spanish and learn a little bit of that, try to differentiate what the similarities are between numbers, sounds between letters, etc. Working and listening. Hey, everybody. Hey. Sorry I was a little late. Yes, must eat. So this scenario over here, when you have 11, it's ons. And then when you have 12, it's douze. When you have 13, it's treize. But when you have 14, it's 14. When you have 15, it's 15. So it goes almost back to the douze, the 15, the treize, the ons. Then you have size. I think it's written like that. And then you have Z-set. So you're divided up between 10, okay, which is the holder. 10 is the holder of A, B, C, D equals 10J. That is the holder. Because when you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, it equals to 10. But there's other ways to do it. This over here. You should go, and when you multiply it, it gives you the 24, which is a reflective equation of 46 or 64. 4 times 6, 24. 4 plus 6, 10. And they both get an X. And the reason they get an X, anybody guess? Yeah, 10 is a Roman numeral. So it gets an X. X valued at 10, you go bowling, you're allowed 3 of them. From games people play, you get 3 from the bowling. This 16, 76, 42, 13, 29, and 55 is the same numeric value that'll come from 14 to get number 29. And to get 55 from another number, that number will turn into, no, how did we get, yes, that's the only way to get 55. 11 by 5, plug in. So did we understand what this is with the separation, the 14 and the 23 both being the 5? When you get to the center here, okay, if these were a complete reflective board, it flips over and it reflects the board. But what if I took the board at the halfway point, over here, because this side and this side are just reflections of each other. Here it starts off 1 to 18, and then it counts down. You ever think of why you count down? Because you're counting 10. 10 is like saying 0, 1. So instead of saying 0, 1, right? Instead of saying, you're saying 0, 1, and then when you say go down to 9, when you're counting 10, 9, this 0, 1, how can I say this? 0, 1, 9, 8. Anyways, I lost my trend of thought. I forget what I was going to do. I saw it in my head. You're starting and you go, yes, 10, 9, 8, 7. Can you, okay, 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it's blast off. BO 1, 5, 2. Mars, a secondary creation. But the reason I did it this way is because here, when you got to here, you had done 1. You got to here, you have done 2 seconds. Here you got 3 seconds. Here you got 4 seconds. And when you got to 5, you had 5 seconds. When you got to 4, you had 6 seconds. When you got to 3, you had 7 seconds. When you got to 2, you had 8 seconds. When you got to 1, you got 19. So you're 19. And this is your, you ever see the movie This movie? Well, this is a whole equation. You can find it online. The equation of Sator. So anyways, we're back to the numbers. So here we're saying the number first and then TORS or Z, all with the ZE, 26 and 5, 31, reflecting as well man. Anytime you get 31 together, it's man. And it also means 1,000. And 1,000 is 10 times 10 times 10, which means completion of a cube. And the reason it's a completion of a cube because of yesterday's little Christmas tree, and which also creates the spade and the needle, the deceptive needle. It's right over here. See, I only need 3 corners. We did this already. Does anybody not remember 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6? 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6? 66. Excel root. You know what's going on in the world right now? They call it number 19. Excel root 66, 19, 85 matrix. So here's your Christmas tree, and your stand is standing into the other world. Your stand is in the other world. So you have your whole world, but your stand is in the other world. We overlap. You have to overlap. There's some kind of stream, or what could be in the ocean, it could be somewhere, but we're overlapping to the wall that we can't see. I don't know if it's mentally or not. I started this video out in my last video about singularity, prime number singularity, how we arrive, or where the prime number takes us. The woman who does the sewing and the cooking and the cleaning, the singularity of those situations, we know that we can categorize it now. If the word is God, then all these words they give to us, don't say this and don't say that. No, we have to think about some of these words and say it for reaction so we understand. And once you have enough, don't say it anymore. It has to be said because it has to be learned, because it has to be micro-diagnosed. So he goes out and he does all these tough jobs, but not everybody. It's only a percentage. It's only a percentage. It's all on balance. We're all floating on balance right here. Some of us are above the line. Some of us are below the line. Some of us are all over, up and down and all over the place. I call that Heinz. Union Jack are not properly plugged in. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That completes the 4th corner. That completes the 4th corner. So instead of having ending in 6, 1 and 2 and 3 equals to 6, we add the 4, and this 4 adds on 1 part, although it adds on the third quarter, it's already lost this area. The only part left over for it is right here. So if there is any other part, the rest of this is overlapping into the next world. Maybe it's a stream, I don't know. But it looks like the nickel, you know, the nickel. Just trying to figure out what it is. Unless we look at this a different way and say, here's A, here's B, here's C, and D has its own. D, it becomes 1/4, but the totality of the 1, 3, 6, and the totality would be, the completion would be 10. Do you follow what I'm saying? So the completion would be adding 1/4, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, to create the spirit of 76, because the total is 10, which tells you you're counting all of these. So that means each one is valued at 2.5, and that's the value to Earth. So now this is just no separation in this one. Now, if I needed to use this one, I might be able to take this one and slip it over this corner over here, these three, and just slip it over here, or just turn it upside down and put it here, and use any three in any position, or connect the 5, 6, and 8 together, or connect the 5, 4, and 8 together using this. When you put the whole block in, you're holding a block here, holding a block here, holding a block here, holding a block here. This area here is going to be doubled up. You're going to have all doubled up areas. So it's going to create a new equation. I don't have all the numbers to all the equations. That's what this, okay. The prime numbers, Is that what I said I'm going to do? Let me hold on a second. Okay. We were working on this. We're going to go to a prime number soon. Who's on first? What is on second? He is on third. So right away, first, okay, is 23 and 8 and 15 equals 46. Okay, so that is for the ST. 4 plus 6 equals 2. 10 and 24. That was our first equation that we just did. Do you remember the equation that we had just spoke about? Just 1 second. No, okay, I don't have it here. Does anybody remember this one? The 19 by 19 year cycle. It works right into the Mayan Aztec calendar. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Were we here? The 6 times 4, 6 plus 4. This situation here, 1, 3, 6, 10. 1, 3, 6. Begin with 1 and end with 1. What's in between? 3 times 6, 18. 3 plus 6, 9. And it started with 6 and 3 and ended with 99. The birth of the angel. Now, how do we get this mathematically? There is a mathematical thing. Was it 9 times 2? 6 times 3? 6 plus 3 equals to 9 equals to 18, which this they create all their own. 3, 6, 9, creating all their own. Root 66 through Jupiter, 99. That is also a woman. So if I had to take 57 and 9 in order to get that, woman 66, moon 57. If I went from Mars, it would be just perfect. 33 by 47 equals 1551. Okay, what did I say I was going to explain? Road test, Leo. This is your memory, 512 memory. So there's a part memory in there. I forget. This is, I think, one side of the memory. I think it's 512, and 512 is 1024. I wonder where I seen that before, eh? Right? 512 memory and 5 is 10. All right. So where did we see that before? Not over here, A, B, C, D, 10, 24. How about if we use the total is 34 or the wood is O-N-E? O-N-E. N-E standing for me, northeast, birth, through the sun, the E world. E-E, if you're talking about E-E, you'd be talking between E here and E here. They're both valued at 5. Although this is the N and through the sun, and this is through the student in the B creation of alpha beta creation, 369. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 gives me this number over here. This number over here, when multiplied, will give me 6 and 5. And 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 will give me this number over here. Who's on first? What's on second? He. No, not he. I don't know is on third. Left field, why? Because center field. Tomorrow's the pitcher. Today's the catcher. I don't care. I don't give a darn, or I don't care. You see, there's 2 of them. Sometimes they say, I don't care, and sometimes they say, I don't give a darn. When they don't give a darn and they don't care, you have to think they're swimming upstream. Now, swimming upstream, okay, when that relationship comes out of swimming upstream and you use the word darn, the first thing that comes to mind is a special way to cut fish. And the first fish that comes to my mind was salmon and swimming upstream. So that's why I said what I did. And then it was naturally, and naturally is 8 and 9, which is usually the 9th batter is usually the pitcher, and the 8th batter is usually the shortstop. But what are the number to the people on the baseball field are going to tell us another story. Just like, give me a prime number. Somebody write down a prime number, please. I'm going to wait. Somebody mark down a prime number. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, we're going to go to prime number 3. That's a little easy, you know. That's too easy. That's too easy. Okay. Okay, give me the light. Oh, you know what? The light worked good when it was like this yesterday, wasn't it? Whoa. Okay, number 3. Number 3. Is that number 3? That's number 3. Number 3. We can do this if you want. Right? Ooh, look at that. Can't do it here. Angle's not the same. So this would be coming like, can't even do it, eh? Can't get past the... Number 3. Must hook up to something else out there, right? What would you think? Would we put it the same way, number 3? Would it be like that? We got to go to number 3 and go here and here and here and here. Oh, look, 2 number 3s. So now we can We have to play a little bit. You think I know any different? And what am I going to do? How does this work? There we go. 3 and 3 came together. See the way they both look like they're on an angle? Yeah, okay. So 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 and 2 equals 3. Okay, give me another prime number. We're going to use the star system math. We're going to use star system. We're going to use the diamond and the square. Notice the square is smaller than the diamond. So in the square, I get my multiplication. My diamond, I only get my addition. I need to reach the farthest corners. But to understand the complete design, you must make that. I know the distance from here to here, and I know the distance from here to here, my 3 points. So if I put the fourth dot over here, I'm creating an area outside the house. Let me make this bigger. I wish this paper was bigger. Instead of going just 1 square, I'm going to do 2, 3, 1, 2, 1 here. Okay, I'm going to do it here, right? And I'm going to do it here. So if I'm measuring, I'm going to do this. If I'm measuring, so when I add the fourth dot to make everything complete, I add it over here, and it's on the other side of my measurement. It's not on this side. So how would I be able to complete this? And is this just the beginning, this area over here, because it has a value of A, B, C, D, D equaling to a total of 4, which creates 10, 6, 2, 1. What if I connect here? And I went ahead and I did the same thing. And my 4 was actually the next world coming just below me. And now we can connect them together and create 6 and 9. In the rotation of the halfway house, passage of 8. In one window, out the other window. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 equals 4. 3 plus 4 equals 7. Give me another prime number. Keep them rolling. You want 41, 15, or 23? We'll create 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 equals 30 equals 11 plus 30 equals to 41. Give me another one. Keep them going. Keep them going. You cannot hide the secrets of creation, because creation was given and bestowed upon every single one of us to be the natural ways of the universe, and we are born into that universe. And everything that is hidden or taken away from us is impossible. The only thing they can do is block us from participating with our own minds. So this is now, we have this. So now what happens? Where do I go for my next one? Because now I've completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I have 6 dots. Are there any other dots that I can put in here? So now I have to understand the area space used, and if you look at it, you see the angle it's going on, the way, hold on a second. First of all, in one of the ways, it looks like it's a door standing up. Not sure if it's a door standing up. Just trying to. So then we'd end up with one dot here and one dot here. I'd end up with one dot here. I'd end up with a dot here, but that's a dot on the outside. You see, I only need these dots here. I don't need the back side of the building. I only need this side of the building, right? Because if I have this side of the building, I have all the rest. So it's inside 3, 6, 9. Then we can look at it another way. We can look at the halfway points. The halfway points. See, halfway point, you see I met here. I cannot meet here at the halfway point because this halfway point divides all. I need to know the halfway here. I have to explain it. I have to understand why do I have to know this. And then here's your tunnel or passage in between. You want to look at this as the fox. Hey, it's the fox looking in. Passage through the center. I'm trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand. Is this a dice cube? 4 areas. I'm trying to understand. I need to understand a little bit more. Okay. That's a couple of those. You have any other prime numbers? Okay, I don't have any more in this book to say. I was supposed to go over Monopoly or baseball. Let me just take a look back. This is roulette. This is roulette. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's so much more to do with 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it because we didn't do it backwards. Don't forget. Oh, and this 19 times 19. We move 1 degree forward every 360 years. Add a year. 360 years plus 1. 360 years plus 1. 360 years plus 1. 360 years plus 1. So we end up with 1444. 1444. We end up with 1440, which is the minutes in a day, plus 4. So is this why we run the leap year? Let's not get into that right now. This is only one dimension calculation anyways. Yeah, so that's that, okay? And then there's separation, our numbers. How to create number 1, how to create number 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to do that in a minute. I think we've done that before together, how to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You remember what we did here, eh? 1, 2, 3. The vibration, remember the vibration, 4, 3, 2. The vibration is 2, 3, 4. We don't count the 1. We don't need to because we've left the house. I can't even use this over here because if I use this over here, I might have to take this whole equation, okay, and maybe run it this way, this equation over here. I run the equation over here. And then since I'd have to create a 4th area, I'd end up creating that 4th area over here. Well, this one is off. Sorry, it should have been here and here. I'm experimenting. So then if I did that, then it would be, am I continuing it on from here? Continuing it on from here and then recreating that. Number 3. 7 and 7 creates number 3. So I recreated this design over here. So I have to go over this whole piece and redesign it. Is that the way my 7 should have went? That was the 4th area, right? That was the 4th area. Here's the 4th area.
The last one, how did I do the last one? Where was my fourth area was here. Let me take my marker for a second. I started with this. My fourth area was here. And I went out. Oh, I started with this, so my fourth area, excuse me, that's not what I did. Maybe I can do it backwards now. You know, I went out here and started my next area, my next number 7. Let me see this. I got here. Let me put my paper back up. So after I did these 3 and I put this one here, where did I create my 7 with this one? Where's my 7 that created my 6, 9? I have to rewatch my own video. 7, 7, 7. So, well, at the same time, I can run my line this way and complete my 7 from down here. I want to see what I did before. Otherwise, I would have to take it and I completed my 7 this way. That's how I completed my 7. And that's how I connected this together. So now with this, is this my 7 over here? Anyways, I'm not going to continue on to this. It seems like it looks like 7 north. Don't remember how I did this. I did the first, okay, I did the first one. The first one was here. I must have went upside down. Or no, my first one I think was here. No, my first one was here. Then I put the dot over here as the fourth one. Then I went out here, okay, and down here. So then since you went out here, this one was out here. This one ends up taking that 7 and going like that. So now we have another 8. We have it like a staircase or something happening over here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But anyways, I'm gonna get away from that. We have another prime number. We did prime number 7. Do you have another prime number for me? Can't hide it. You can't hide it. You just can't hide it. Give me a number. Give me a prime number. So anyways, back to 2, 3, 4. So I use 2, 3, and 4. Okay, like 1 is, it's like, how can I say this? The electrical power source or whatever. It's all 1. I just can't describe what 1 is, because 1 takes part inside a 3, which is the reverse of 4 in the cube. 2, 3, 4 is your vibration. So there has to be things that go along with to make it become that vibration. And in the 1 spirit world, it would be 8, 7, and 6. And that is reflected in the deck of cards. As if you take a look at the 3 cards, the 8, the 7, and the 6, your calculator would fall on the floor. Eight, 7, 6. They all have the 6 inside of it. 8, 7, 6. So the 8, 7, 6, 8 goes with 2, making it 10. 7 goes with 3, making it 10. 4 goes with 6, making it 10. 5 is the liberty, the ball of liberty. Liberty ball, the torch. Now, we want to bring it to the 4 world. Where and what is the 4 world? It's 1 and 3 and 2 and 2. That is what it is in numbers. 44 is cat, cat. The 4 world also tells you about what you need to create in the 5th world. When the dot in the center, 4 times 5 will create the 20. You need to create the heavens and the birth. You need 4 times 20, which is expressed by the French when they say 80. 80, 420. 420, when you say 420, you're saying I'm connecting to all 4 sectors. And they say this in 80. 80 in French is also in linguistics. They don't use they don't say 80 and 1. They go 81, 81, 80. In other values leading up to 100, as in 30, they say 30, and then they say 81. They don't, they're holding on to something. but 80 is the heavens. It's connecting to 2. It's not a living thing. As to the way we look at it, it's a person, place, or thing. It is the heavens. Okay. I don't know if I'm saying this properly. These are all hypotheses and thoughts. So when we get to 90, it's very different, because in 90, they're saying 4 times 20 for areas, right? Reflective, obviously, probably of each other. 2 areas reflective, because you need 2 areas to create. From here to there, and in between I create. From here to there, and in between I create. I take from there and there creation to make 1 creation. I have designs that go along with it. 2 to 1 to 1 to 2 to 2 to 1. Actually, it starts off more, can also break into 8. But anyways, that's the Earth method. 5 and 2 do that work. Where was I? Oh, yes. So that's the house of 4. The house, and then there's the gateway house of 7, which is the cube. Okay, the rotation is in the cube. In and out. It's easier to run a cube. You run a ball, and it can slide on the ball, but not on a cube. It's like a lock. So number 7. How can we create number 7? What was I talking about exactly? 7 becomes the male. 5 is the female. Together they create the moon as a plug-in and a passage. Electric company 11, 6, and 5, and the sun come to somewhere with the connectivity of the moon through numerics. I'm still trying to remember what my thought pattern was. Just give me a second. Yes, okay. So when we come to 90, the French say 4 times 20 and 10. That's what the French say. 10. You want to create 11? 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 11. So that's recreation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create 1 and 2, which will create 3 and 2, which will create 5 and 6. The student. So back to 90 in French, they're saying and 10. There's 2 stipulations in our numbers. We count from 1 to 19. We count from 1 to 9, from 10 to 19, and 20. And then 20 plus 1. When you put 1 in the middle of 20, do you know what happens? When you put 1, okay, in the middle of 20, what happens? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3. How can I put 20? I'm trying to figure out 1 in the middle of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to think. 5 by 4 by 4. 4 by 4. Okay. Okay. 1 in the middle of 20. Okay, 16, 16, 16, and 16. We have 1 in the middle of 20. How do you get that? 16 and 420, 16 and 420, 16 and 420, 16 and 420. If we use this one over here, we create 24, 24, 24, 24. And remember, one of them was added last. First we created by the 7th gate. And then this corner was the 4th corner. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 equals to 24. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6. So and I'm not sure what goes with this. I might be able to use it against Monopoly. I'm not sure. We have a total of 9 and 15 and 16, 16p I9. Is that the breakup of pi? Is it these three, or these three, or these three, or these three? Two Greece just flew over heading south. Two geese, you mean, right? Two geese. So this is your 2, 3, 4. So your 2, 3, 4. Your 2 will go with 8, 7, and 6. And this will create 10, 10, and 10. You multiply it, you have 1,000. You add it, you have 30. You have 1030 if you want to put them together. Your 10 and your 30. You're a man. This will change in numbers because of all the tens. It also becomes a Roman numeral. It's the only one that can actually do this in our numbers. There's only 2 tens in a cube you can create. Okay, and the other tens in this are now missing. You cannot play with a 1 or a 9 on the dice because they all have the 9. Hold on a second. I wanted to write down why I didn't use the other numbers. Right, because we're working with 2, 3, and 4. We're not working with number 1 and 9 equals to 10 as well. But this one is the spirit. This one is 13 times 7 equals to 91. Add 1 through 13, it equals to 91. Add 1 through 12, it equals to 78. Add 2 through 13, it equals to 90. Add 2 through 3 through 12, it equals to 75. And the reason I do it this way, these are all obligations, okay? I do this over here because I took away the spirit, because I had it in the number 13, 1 inside 13. I don't need the 2. I need it because it's a female. I now need the spirit extra for the female over here. This becomes 24, the cat, and this becomes 33 out of the female creation. And this will create, again, connection to the moon, and as well, Earth and Mars, hot and cold. Hot and cold are both numeric value 43, 34. Blue and red because of the temperature of the hot and the cold that come along, and through it they create the purple, which is noted as 88, and Pegasus, which creates your 64 and your 16, and your 16 is 4 times 16 going into your 64 and recreating your ABCD. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4. Your secondary of this, okay, is now 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 6 and 1 equals, see, we have 6 and 1, so I can't use the 6 and 1, 7, but I can use the 2, 5 and the 3, 4, 7. You're right, the 2, 3 and the 4, 5. In here, in your vibration, I use the complete vibration right over here, 3 and 4 coming together. But when the 2 comes into factor, I have to use the 5 number to get to the 7th gate when working with the 2, 3, 4 vibration. I mean, I believe personally that, or a hypothesis is that things are what they are for a reason, and it doesn't matter what they are, and doesn't really matter the reason. I just know that I play for some reason. I play off of what they gave me. I always like to use this as a set pattern, because there's 1 month of February with 28 days. There are 4 months of 30 days, and there are 7 months of 31 days. 1 and 2 creates 3, 1 and 5, 6, 1 plus 8, 9. 4 plus 2, 6, 4 plus 5, 9, 4 plus 9, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So what happens when 4 meets 9? 7 and 3 equals 10, 1 plus 0. 7 plus 2 equals 9. 7 plus 5 equals 12. 1 and 2 equals 3. So you see how we're creating. We have to move over. 7 and 8 is now 15. See, first we created 12. right? That's a secondary creation because first creation is 11, is it not? But our creation is 12. Then after we created the 12, we create the 15. Excuse me. I looked up, I looked down, and I forgot where I was. 7 and 5 is 12, and then 7 and 8 is 15. So now when we go with this number over here, right? Anytime we take 3, 6, 9, watch what happens. 9 and 8 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 9 and 2 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. So when we use the center level over here, only the first level will give us the answer to the second level. So when we go 6 and 8 is 14. 6 and 8 is 9. 9 and 8 is 17. 1 and 7 equals 8. 9 and 5 is 14. 9 and 1 is 10. Sorry, I was doing it with this one over here. 9 and 8 is 17. 9 and 5 is 14, the same as 6 and 8. See, 6 and 8 is Planet House, 14. 9 and 5 is also 14. Now we go 6 and 2. 9 and 8, 7. Okay, now 6 and 2, we don't have to use 1, 4, 7. It goes right into 8. When we use 6 and 5, it becomes 11. You must use it. 6 and 8 is 14. 3 and 2, 3 and 5 remains in the same area. 3 and 8, you're going back to 1 and 1. Again, 3 and 8, 11. To create 1 and 1, to create back to my 2 again. So when you ask to create 11, 3 and 8, 11. 1 and 1 goes back to 2. How do we create 11? Well, we already created 11 before. I don't know why I said that. Do we have any questions? I'm not really sure what I left out, what I didn't leave out, why I did certain things. I know I go a little quick. Maybe I'm not paying attention to all the questions, although there's none. Yeah, storm brewing up. Well, let me tell you one thing. Go get yourself a brew. We have to bring in the, we're going to end the video now, okay? We got to make sure that we, the one thing is that we somehow these minds have to re-jargon themselves. We spoke earlier about 420, the 4 areas of 20, right? I'm going to talk differently. There's things you can make up. Once you do this, and in Monopoly, this is done the same way, except instead of having this here, right? Instead of having that there, it's a train tracks. And when you have the train tracks, you usually have the body on the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If that's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we have to create, I think I would have had to make, if it was Monopoly, I would have 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just trying to think. 6, 7. No. That's wrong. It had to be done 6. Okay, so this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. If this was the Monopoly board, there's a reason for having these simple areas over here. The properties are down here. Okay, 16, 16, 16, 16, 4 by 16, 64, 4 by 4, 4 by 16, 4 by 4 equals 16. 8 times 8 equals 64. 8 plus 8 equals 16. That's your purple sky. That's your blue, your red. Everything's over here. But this is this A, B, C, D? Okay, is this A, B, C, D? Do you follow me? And then this is the outskirts. Should I be counting these two as 10J? This is 2 areas. Should I be counting 2 areas at a time here because I counted it here? Or do I go to singular over here? Do you follow what I'm saying? Because the properties have, this is the shape, and I need a minimum of 2 to the size. So I get the 24 hours a day. I get the 24 hours a day. I get the 16 hours a day. I get the 248 hours a night. If I want to look at it that way. So we have this. This is your Monopoly board. And this area over here is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this becomes 8. This becomes 8. This becomes 4. Those are your numbers to Pluto. The total is 20. The total is 36. There's 4 of them. Times 4 equals to 1,440 minutes in a day. But now we have to count here, and there's 4 of them, so that would be an extra 24. Just give me 1 second. Yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 4 times. There's 2 over here that I didn't mark. These are the train tracks. So that's 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 4 times 6 equals 24. Add 24 plus the 1 in the center equals to 169 blocks to create, or 13 times 13, which equals the 169, plus 26 equals to 195, AE and I, or we can go 4 by 4, 4 plus 4, and we're back to 16 and 8, the gateway. That's what it adds up to. That we brought into the 7th gate, we brought into 1, we brought into, now we're going to bring it into 4. So 4, 3, 2, plus 9, plus 1, plus 2. 13, 4, 0, 4. This one will create 4. That's your 4, 4, 4. You must bring it into the vibration. And to bring it into the vibration, use it to the numeric values off of 1, 4, and 7. Raphael 70-86 in the constellation of Pegasus. Everything is created from 420, so therefore 420 is now cut off. Thank you for watching this video. I'll be back a little bit later. If you have suggestions, you want me to find another number. 4987. Inside Jesus, inside Jesus, inside Jesus, inside Jack, inside God, inside the cycle. So many things to do with numbers. If I had it on Make a Machine, I don't know. Thank you. Good night. Maybe a little bit later.